Thank you for joining us for another installment of this special transatlantic series of the Ask Her Majesty podcast. I'm your hostess, Sister Zainab, and today, we're diving deep into the intersection of technology, education, and empowerment with a visionary guest whose work could reshape the way we approach learning, play, and even how we imagine future societies. Today's episode features none other than Fumiko Takashima, a brilliant and innovative student at Ohio State University, where she's majoring in software engineering and mathematics. If you've been paying attention to the latest buzz in both gaming and education circles, you've likely heard her name. Fumiko is not your average college student. Alongside her academic pursuits, she has been working tirelessly on a groundbreaking project that combines the worlds of farming simulations, culinary management, urban development, and even adventure games into a comprehensive, evolving experience designed to teach real-world skills. Think of it as Farmville, Cafe World, and SimCity, but not just for fun. It's a game with layers of purpose, one that begins as a simple toy for children and grows in complexity, unlocking career opportunities and life skills for players of all ages. In our conversation today, we'll explore how Fumiko's vision was born out of her passion for blending education with entertainment. She saw a need for more engaging and practical ways to teach young people about the realities of work and responsibility in today's world. Her program starts on a micro level with basic farming and cooking tasks, allowing young children to explore these environments in a playful way. As players progress, they advance to more sophisticated stages, learning about city building, resource management, and even participating in simulated quests that mimic hunting and gathering, tying their success in the game to real-world economics and urban growth. But what truly sets Fumiko's project apart is its dedication to a social purpose. As players progress, they're not just learning how to manage resources and build thriving communities, they're also being exposed to the value of collaboration, sustainability, and strategic thinking. The program educates its players on everything from crop rotation and food safety to urban planning and entrepreneurship, making it a tool for holistic education that adapts to the needs and aspirations of each player. And in a world where education systems struggle to keep up with technological advancements and evolving job markets, this game represents a shift toward interactive, skills-based learning. Fumiko has also been incredibly mindful of how to integrate real-world opportunities into the gameplay. From virtual certifications in farming techniques to the ability to earn micro-credentials in fields like urban planning and environmental science, her program doesn't just simulate real-world scenarios, it equips players with tangible skills that can be carried over into their lives and careers. We'll be talking about the development process, the challenges Fumiko faced in designing a system that balances fun with educational value, and her vision for how this game could eventually be integrated into schools and training programs across the globe. We'll also dive into the ethical considerations of gamifying work and education, and how AI and automation tools that Fumiko uses extensively in her design can be leveraged for good. But that's not all. We'll also discuss the final stage of her program, a city building and adventure mode that takes the farming and culinary simulation to a whole new level, with cooperative quests and resource trading that prepare players for roles in a global economy. From local food markets to entire virtual trade networks, Fumiko's game blurs the line between digital play and real-world economics. So, stay tuned as we embark on a journey through this fascinating blend of technology, education, and gameplay. Fumiko Takashima is pushing the boundaries of what's possible in educational gaming, and I can't wait for you all to hear about her vision. Whether you're an educator, a parent, a student, or simply someone interested in the future of learning, this episode is sure to be an enlightening experience. Now, without further ado, let's welcome Fumiko Takashima, the brilliant mind behind what could very well be the future of interactive education. Fumiko, we live in an era where the traditional education system still clings to methods that have been largely unchanged for generations. Students sit in classrooms, memorize information they may never apply in real life, and face high-pressure tests that determine their future based more on their ability to regurgitate facts than on their actual skills and understanding. You've been very vocal in your belief that this system not only fails to prepare children for the real world but actually holds them back by forcing them into rigid molds and infantilizing them, instead of allowing them to reach their full potential. I understand your program is designed to take a radically different approach, one that gamifies education and creates dynamic pathways based on a child's unique talents and pace. You've talked about how even rudimentary toys can evolve into real-world tools and training programs as children progress, enabling them to unlock new levels of learning based not on arbitrary testing, but on demonstrated skill and creativity. This is particularly intriguing in a world where children often show incredible capabilities far beyond what our current system is designed to nurture. So, with all of this in mind, how do you envision the future of education? What are the specific flaws in the current study and test model that you believe are most detrimental, and how does your program directly address those shortcomings? How do you see your vision of gamified, self-paced education changing the way we think about teaching children, and even more so, how do you think society can adapt to a system that allows children to progress and take on adult-level challenges at much younger ages? And finally, how do you respond to critics who say that children still need the structure and oversight of traditional classrooms to prevent them from being overwhelmed or moving too quickly?
Education should not be a cage that confines young minds. It should be a playground where curiosity can roam free, where learning is as natural as breathing. For too long, we have subjected children to an outdated a system that forces them to memorize abstract facts, regurgitate them in high-pressure exams, and then move on, never to apply most of that knowledge again in real life. This isn't education, it's conditioning. And it's failing our children. Imagine a world where learning is an adventure, where the path to knowledge is a journey that every child embarks on at their own pace, driven by their own interests. That's the world I want to create with this program. I believe in gamifying education not just to make learning fun, but to make it meaningful. Children should be able to unlock new tools and opportunities based on their real-world skills, not their ability to pass arbitrary tests. We should be teaching them to think critically, to solve problems, to create, to build, and to innovate. From the simplest toys to the most complex simulations, my vision is to design an educational system where every step forward is a direct result of a child's own efforts and abilities. If a 5-year-old shows proficiency in a skill typically expected of an adult, why should we hold them back? Why should we confine them to the pace of a traditional classroom? We need to nurture their talents, not stifle them. The current system infantilizes children, treating them as mere vessels to be filled with knowledge on someone else's schedule. But children are not vessels, they are explorers, inventors, and problem solvers. The role of education should be to guide them, not control them. It's time to move beyond the teacher's ego, beyond the need for control, and beyond the rigid structure of classrooms and standardized tests. It's time to embrace a system that truly empowers our children to grow, learn, and thrive in a world that is constantly changing. My program is more than just a game, it's a blueprint for the future of education. A future where every child has the opportunity to become the best version of themselves, where they can take control of their learning journey, and where they can apply what they learn in real life. This is not just about teaching children, it's about giving them the tools to build a better world.